Welcome to Featuring Ventura County. This is the Camarillo Airport. It's one of two airports operated by the county. The Camarillo Airport was formerly known as the Oxnard Air Force Base. The county opened it in 1976. The Oxnard Airport was opened by the county in 1934, but it came under military control during World War II. It was reopened by the county in 1948. Today, the Camarillo and Oxnard airports serve general aviation and private aircraft, but there's a lot more going on than takeoffs and landings. The airports also host the annual Wings Over Camarillo Air Show, Aviation Career Day for high school students, and other special events. Todd McNamee is the county's Director of Airports. Todd, thanks for the behind-the-scenes tour today.
Happy to do it, Bill. Welcome.
Tell us a little bit about the airport. It's not just about airplanes, is it?
It's really not. There's a lot going on here at our airports. Camarillo Airport in particular, we have a very strong business park that hosts businesses that have nothing to do with aviation. And then we also host many county agencies. We have fire, sheriff, DA, animal services, entities like that. Then of course out here on the airport side, we've got 4 main businesses and a lot of other support businesses taking care of our aviation customers.
So that must bring a lot of money into the economy.
It really does. The two airports together provide about $244 million annually in positive economic benefit, and we support over 1,400 jobs.
So there's a lot going on around here. It must take quite an effort to keep things running smoothly.
It does, Bill, but I've got a talented team working at the Department of Airports, and they're taking care of things just the way they should.
Lou Danner is the airport maintenance supervisor. Lou, your group covers a lot of ground, literally. Can you tell us a little bit about what they do?
And we cover about 900 acres of area between Oxnard and Camarillo airports.
There are 8 people responsible for about 900 acres of property. There's almost a square mile to mow and about 10 miles of security fencing to maintain. Maintenance is also responsible for repair and maintenance on 200 county-owned hangars and 30 other buildings. The runways at Camarillo and Oxnard are swept twice a week. That's 69 acres of sweeping each time. Maintenance also has to maintain almost 1,000 runway, taxiway, and airfield lights, along with 134 navigational aids and signs. They are also responsible for painting and striping the airfield. Jorge, maintenance kind of keeps things running around the airport. Who takes care of the things right on the airport?
That would be our Airport Operations Division. What they do is they actually are the eyes and ears of the airport. They make sure that the airfield is well taken care of. If they identified any maintenance issues, they would tell that to the maintenance department and they would come out and fix them. But for the most part, they're the ones that tell us what's happening on the airfield.
What is a typical day for an airport's operations officer?
All of the days are different for them, but for the most part, what they do is when they come in, their first priority is to get out to the runway, but before they do that, they're going to have to look at the notes from the previous shift, just so that they can get an idea as to what's going on, and then they'll do an inspection of the runway, they'll do an inspection of the taxiways and the ramps, just to make sure that the aircraft are going to be able to operate safely.
The FAA handles air traffic control at both airports. Everything else is the responsibility of airport operations. Nick, can you tell us a little bit about a day in the life of airport operations?
Sure, Bill. We start our day with a runway taxiway inspection. What we're looking for during a runway taxiway inspection is to make sure that our pavement is free of any potholes or divots that could possibly create any damage for the aircraft, as well as free of any loose debris that could possibly be ingested into a jet or even damage a propeller. We also like to make sure that our lights are working properly and everything else is in safe working order.
It sounds like you have a pretty busy day. What's traffic like around the airport?
Absolutely. Our airports generally do around 250,000 operations a year. So it can get very busy, and there's always something going on at one of our airports.
You're responsible for security as well?
Yes, Bill. We're responsible for security at both of our airports.
This is a busy place and you have a lot of ground to cover. Are you using any technology to help?
Yeah, Bill, I'm glad you asked. Our airport was actually one of the first airports to be certified to use small unmanned aerial or aircraft systems, so SUAS. We actually use SUAS often, and they can accomplish a lot of tasks that it would either take a long time to do, or it's a task that staff is not even capable of. And they can go there in a much quicker, safer manner.
What kind of tasks might these be?
It can be anything from a facilities inspection, a water tower inspection, air conditioning systems, or it can be as delicate as wildlife surveying to ensure that our local creatures and inhabitants are not in danger.
John Feldhans is Oxnard's operations supervisor. John, emergencies are part of your job. That must require some special equipment.
Yes, at Camarillo, we work closely with the Ventura County Fire Department, and here at Oxnard, our operations staff operates the crash truck themselves.
That's got to require special training.
Our operations staff go to Alaska to receive a 40-hour training. A lot of that is classroom work, figuring out how the fire works, and then they go to an actual aircraft that's on fire and they have to put it out, and then after all that they get an aircraft rescue and firefighting certificate.
And is there ongoing training as well?
Yeah, our guys have to get 40 hours of training throughout the year, and then 8 hours of that is a live fire drill that they go to Alaska and they got to fight that same aircraft fire.
And so that means they have to stay up to speed on all the equipment on the crash truck.
Correct. They got to be able to operate it efficiently and safely.
The Oxnard Airport is licensed for commercial air traffic. When occupied by a carrier, it adds a whole new level of complexity to operations. The Camarillo and Oxnard airports are both key drivers of the Ventura County economy. The maintenance and operation personnel, along with the dedicated staff of supervisors, managers, and office staff, keep them both running smoothly. See you next time on Featuring Ventura County.